tomorrow you shall bring forth children, and your desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over you.
Now, because of Kawah, because of her disobedience, because prior to this, who knows? We know that Adam was created first, and she was created as the helpmate. But far as rank is concerned, they probably was equal. But because of this act, because of the act that she did, in all the days of Adam's life is approximately 6,000 years until Yehoshua's second return. Those are all the days of Adam and Kawah until Yehoshua comes a second time. This law is in effect. This law. Your husband shall have rule over you. Now, that ain't what the world teaches, and you won't learn that in the world. And the world teaches the total opposite. But the total opposite from this is not a virtuous woman. The total opposite. So the scripture says that a husband has rule, authority. And it also says that her desire shall be unto him. And this is where, you know, the whole thing with the multiple wives, this is where a lot of that foundation was laid. But I deal with that another day. But even in everybody else that didn't understand didn't understand the Most High, this same principle was in effect all over the world. But we see this last, you know, I am woman, hear me roar movement. You know, this whole lesbianism movement that the world is pushing. Total opposite from the book. This has nothing to do with the condition of the man. Because I know that's boiling the sister's mind. Well, what if he ain't this and what if he ain't that? Well, we'll deal with him later. But we dealing right now with the sister and her role. And it says, your husband shall have rule over you. And that's what the book say. So if you believe the book, then this word is born. Because when you read down and you read Adam's curse, still going on today.
That's it.
Still going on today.
That's it. And you got to understand that when everything started taking place in Genesis 3, when he comes and acts, he wants people to be responsible. Right. Adam, it was the woman.
Right.
Okay, woman. It was the serpent. Okay, I know what to do. We finna have some order now.
Right.
Yeah, I know what to do. I know who to lay blame. When I come in the house,
right, I'm gonna start some order.
When I come in the house, I ain't got to ask the baby
right
who did nothing.
Right.
I'm ask the oldest child.
Yep.
What happened here?
And don't we do the same thing?
And we do the same thing.
Yep.
If you gone from your house,
yep.
Baby, what happened?
I go to the oldest one.
You going to your wife?
Oh,
she was there.
She was there. Right. Exactly.
If y'all not there, you go to the oldest child.
Yep.
And then if somebody come knocking at your door, hello, is Mr. So and so.
Right.
We're gonna start with some order.
That's how it is.
Because they were equal.
Yep.
They were equal. It says Adam. It said that he created them.
Yep.
And called. You know, he called them Adam.
Both of them was mankind. So both of their names was Adam.
He just created them male and female.
Right. And both of them made in the image of the Father.
That's it. That's what it says in chapter 1.
So women and men is made in the image of the Father. But what the Father did, he showed how them being unified.
That's it.
Is his image.
The one. That's right.
Because the scripture tells us that Adam had the east and the north part of the garden, and Kawah had the south and the west part. And Satan went to the south and the west because he understood the blueprint of man. And he know how to get to a man is through the conscience of a woman. And he knew that. And that's why he went to the woman. And that's how it all jumped off.
So we just look, order had to be established.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, let's go back to the text and Hadassah.
And someone to talk about, you said that even though their law was not our law, they understood an order. Yeah. They understood something.
Right.
Remember the image that Daniel saw, and he saw the head of gold, right? The upper part silver, right? And the metal started diminishing in value. And Obayahu's teachers, they said that was the spirituality of the morality of the nations.
Right.
Were great, but then they would diminish by the time it got down to the bottom part of the image. They're still at a great level of morality.
Silver.
Yeah. Yeah, there's still a great level of morality.
And now today we in the times of iron mixed with clay. We at the worst of the worst. We living in a time where everything is democracy and liberalism. Do what you want. It's your thing. Sock it to whoever.
It's a spirit and
right.
I keep forgetting the brother's new name, man. Shamardiyahu. Zekiyahu. He used to say something back in the day. I don't know if you remember, man. He used to talk about democracy and how it was a spirit behind. Yep. It was something about. He's like, man, it's something about this democracy that ain't right.
It's straight.
Everybody got a voice and ain't no order, and we just vote. He's like, there's something wrong with that.
Demonocracy.
Yeah. Yeah, and he used to give dissertations on democracy,
right?
And the roots of it and where it came from, and how you have a face of democracy,
right?
And in the basis of it, the roots of it, it have the people going chaos. And it's straight rooted in chaos.
And not only that, you can look at from what America is spreading her democracy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Revelation 17 says the harlot has a cup of fornication, and she's spreading it all around the world.
Yep.
And America's spreading her democracy. And she went over to Iran and took straight order. And the women was covered up from head to toe. Now they straight hoochies. I mean, just straight fire. He done went to Iran. He done went to Iraq. He done went to China and then brought his Hollywood.
That's it. Without he has infiltrated these countries.
Yeah, that's what America's done.
In his philosophy.
They're westernized, Jezebelic, wicked, prostitution, and pimp system. Remember, who is the biggest pimp in the world? Say it again. Yeah, he's one of them.
Who he get
That's
his
right.
From?
Hey, from Satan the devil. But see, the iron is what runs the world, which is wrong. And I'm gonna drop this nugget on y'all, but I don't give you the answer. Why does everybody love Raymond Romano, but everybody hates Chris? Let you meditate on that.
Look on that real hard. Look at that phrase. Everybody loves Raymond.
Right.
And everybody
hates Chris. We'll let him off the hook at the end of class.
Yeah, stay tuned. Yeah, stay tuned.
So let's get back. What we had the
Verse 18.
Chapter. Okay, 2 and 18. You want to read
118.
118?
118. 118, back in Esther, chapter 1, verse 18. Likewise shall the ladies of Persian Media say this day unto all the king's princes, which have heard of the deed of the queen, thus shall there rise too much contempt and wrath.
Mm-hmm. You know what Solomon said about living in the house with a woman and her wrath?
It's better to dwell in the corner of a rooftop in the rain.
Okay. Yep. Absolutely. All right.
Verse 19. If it pleases the king, let there go a royal commandment from him, and let it be written among the laws of the Persians and the Medes, that it be not altered, that Vashti come no more before the king Ahasuerus, and let the king give her royal estate unto another that is better than she.
Better than she. Better than she. What did she do that make her unbetter? Disobeyed. That's right.
Disobedience.
Absolutely. She went outside the order of things. All right. Verse 20.
And when the king's decree, which he shall make, be published throughout all his empire, for it is great, all the wives shall give to their husbands honor, both to great and small.
Boy, you don't want to hear that one.
Give my estate to another?
Yeah.
21. And the same pleased the king and the princes, and the king did according to the word of Memucan.
So he was like, he would be the Rahm Emanuel to Barack Obama, huh?
Yep, exactly.
Okay. 22.
For he sent letters into all the king's provinces, into every province according to the writing thereof, into every people after their language, that every man should bear rule in his own house, and that it should be published according to the language of every people.
Now, we're going to take a break. It's 3 o'clock, and we're going to come back, and we're going to pick this back up at the second chapter.